Hello and welcome back to the Kingdom Gazette, where we share all the little details that you need to know about everything Disney. If you want to learn about the ins and outs of all your favourite Disney rides, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you never miss a video. Today's episode brings us to a real fan favourite of a dark ride and a staple Fantasyland experience for all classic Disney lovers, Peter Pan's Flight. You'll find this attraction located in, you guessed it, Fantasyland, and while this attraction originated in Disneyland in California, the version we'll be taking a closer glance at today is the Walt Disney World version found at the Magic Kingdom in Orlando, Florida. You'll find Peter, Wendy and the Lost Boys hanging out right along the main walkway of Fantasyland. Directly across from the quick service restaurant Pinocchio's Village House, and just a few steps up the hill from It's a Small World. Restrooms can be found close by at the Tangled bathroom area, again just beside the Small World queue entrance, and that's also one of the closest sites for stroller parking as well. It's worth noting though that if you don't feel like venturing down into the crowd-crazy corner of the Tangled restrooms, which is a bit of a pinch point when it comes to foot traffic flow, you can also park your strollers in an open area just outside of the Prince Charming Carousel, which can often be a little less shoulder to shoulder, shall we say. The carousel is located just a little bit further up the hill. If you were looking at Peter Pan's Flight, you would see it off to your left. There are 0 height or age requirements for Peter Pan's Flight, and the restraint is a simple lap bar that is lowered before takeoff with the help of just a little bit of cast member pixie dust. FASTPASS Plus is an option for this ride when available, and we highly recommend trying to snag one. We reckon that everyone should stroll through the standby queue at least once though if you're a fan of classic Disney. Don't worry, we'll tell you a bit more about why in a moment. But outside of that, this ride is a great use of a FASTPASS. The wait can get really long at times, and the ride itself, while charming, only lasts around 3 minutes total. Now, the standby queue for Peter Pan is most certainly one for the books. It was updated in 2014 to include whimsical interactive elements that scream Disney Imagineering magic. The attention to detail here really does need to be seen to be believed. Oh, and keep your eyes peeled for Tink on the way through. Peter Pan's Flight is a slow-boarding omni-mover style ride, which means that the pirate ships that you board in order to head over to Neverland for a spell don't actually come to a complete stop for boarding. It's worth noting the guests must be able to walk by themselves or while being assisted by members of their party to experience this ride. Audio description and handheld captioning are available at this attraction, and service animals are not permitted on this ride. As we hinted at earlier, this is a slow-moving dark ride set around the timeless Disney classic Peter Pan from the 1950s. Each pirate ship embarks from the Darling residence, taking riders over the stunning bird's-eye view of London at night, and onto the pure magic of Neverland. You'll find all your favourite characters are there, from the Lost Boys to the Crocodile to Mermaid Lagoon, all viewed from above as the story unfolds around you. There are no big drops or jump scares on this attraction, making it a great option for all members of the family, young and young at heart. The ride rounds off with Peter, Wendy and the crew defeating the pirates, and a rather humorous predicament for poor old Captain Hook before riders fly back to reality. Just as with boarding, riders disembark from the slow-moving ride vehicle. This attraction does not have its own standalone gift shop, as riders exit magically straight back onto the main drag of Fantasyland. There are plenty of snack carts around though if you're looking for something to eat or drink afterwards, as well as the quick service restaurant Pinocchio's Village House directly across the way. We think that Peter Pan's Flight is a must-do for anyone who fell in love with Disney all the way back with the first few animated features. It's a total classic when it comes to dark ride storytelling, with just enough recent updates to the queue to marry this well-loved tale to all the interactive magic that Disney is known more and more for nowadays. Perfect for the whole family, it's a great place to take a load off, enjoy the aircon for a minute or 3, and escape to a faraway land for a well-deserved reprieve from the crowds and the Florida heat. Just keep your eyes peeled for that FASTPASS pixie dust. If and when they come back, you can thank us later. As always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and hit the bell, check out the blog and the socials, do all the things. Oh, and don't forget to give a little magic to someone today.